This week, Chicago is hosting a climate summit held by the Aspen Institute.
Aisha was at the summit yesterday, and she brings a special guest to the studio to talk about the extreme heat that is just about to hit us again. Aisha?
Oh, yeah, we've got someone really special with us. I'm here with national climate reporter and meteorologist Chase Cain. We see your work all the time, Chase, and you always give us great explanations of what is going on. So we know that we've got some dangerous heat coming our way this week. You may not know, but heat is the #1 weather-related killer in this country. Talk a little bit about heat and why people really want to take this seriously.
Yeah, I mean, heat is also the thing that we can link most closely to climate change. I mean, that science is just bulletproof. It is rock solid. And so, when we're talking about some of the heat indexes that you've been mentioning of over 100 degrees, when you get to 105 and you start to see emergency room visits spike, it is going to be downright dangerous the next couple days. And so Climate Central also has this product called the Climate Shift Index, and it's basically giving us insight into how closely temperatures are related to climate change. You're seeing people outside in the afternoon this afternoon, but over the next couple of days, not going to be a great idea because we're going to have temperatures which are 3, even 4 times more likely because of climate change, Aisha.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Climate Shift Index. If we could show that map. So there it is right there. And some people may look at this and think, what are we showing? But again, you said it shows the impact that climate change is having on the heat that we're seeing.
It's basically the darker oranges are temperatures made more likely, 3 and 4 times more likely by climate change. One way to think about it is if let's say you're baking cookies in the oven and you preheat the oven, it's starting at baseline, starting at room temperature. What climate change is doing is that preheating is already starting at like 150, say, of an oven, rather than just like the regular room temperature. So climate change is kind of like preheating the oven a little earlier, which means the oven gets hotter, more likely to burn the food. For humans, it's a dangerous thing. It puts us in jeopardy because our bodies basically lose the ability to cool, and that's what gets people in trouble and makes it so dangerous.
Speaking of that, so whenever we have a stretch of dangerous heat like what we have coming our way, it's going to feel like it's over 100 degrees, but that also has us thinking about heat waves. And there's some new research out on heat waves. Can you talk about that too?
Just within the last week and a half, scientists at UCLA and also from South America partnered on this research, and they found a couple of interesting things. One, that the length of heat waves is increasing faster even than climate change. So heat waves are getting longer even faster. The temperatures are accelerating. Basically, the temperatures are rising even faster than climate change. And then the other part of this, so it's not just getting hot faster, staying hot longer, but also overnight, we don't have a chance to cool down. That's actually where there's the strongest climate signal, is right when you wake up in the morning and it's already feeling sticky and warm and uncomfortable. Plants don't have a chance to cool down. Pets don't have a chance to cool down. We don't have a chance to cool down. And that's what makes these heat waves so dangerous.
And I showed earlier in my first weather that even at night, as we go into the overnight hours, and really Wednesday night into Thursday night, we're talking those feels like temperatures still in the 90s, right around midnight. So again, as you mentioned, we're not going to have the chance to really cool down. And we're starting to see that connection between climate change and these heat waves and the extended amount of heat days too. But those overnight lows, just like you mentioned, Chase, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, yeah, people are going to be feeling it the next couple mornings, which I know is what you're going to be talking about.
Oh, yeah.